I think it's always a good call to come back home. And I've always wondered what next after becoming a medical practitioner.
Yeah.
And I realized that some people define success in different aspects.
Sure.
They find success in terms of money, the wealth they've accumulated. But to some people, success is actually creating an impact. Health is our priority.
Sure.
And we have seen the need. The camp that we've just started today, it's not something that we're going to end today. We have the vision to continue always having them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be only a good cause. Without health, we cannot. Even a country to be productive, when they're looking at the gross, the GDP of a country, it doesn't come from the blue. It must be that the citizens are actually being productive and are doing what it takes to make the country thrive.
Yes.
That if you feel like you have the heart to support the initiative that we started today, you should feel free to be part of this initiative.
Sure.
We were able to diagnose a lot of cases with hypertension. And leave alone that, we also identified a number of surgical cases. Talking about fistulas. These fistulas are common challenges that women go through.
Wow.
It's related to giving birth. We also got support from the Acholi Kekwaro. So Ruotachana was able to support us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this podcast. This is Signature TV Films once again. Yes, today I have an important guest. He's a doctor, medical doctor. So I think he's going to introduce himself. Then we get on from where he will stop. Bro, you're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, for having me on the platform.
Okay, you're welcome.
Signature Films.
Yeah.
We're proud of what you're doing. My name is Clifton George Lamto.
Yes.
I come from the northern part of this country. That's Uganda. The
Beautiful.
northern part. Yeah. I'm an Acholi by tribe.
Wow.
Okay. So today, I'm glad to be part of this platform because I wanted to share some of the inspiration and the things that I think are very important for our growth as a country, and for our region, and then for the community where we come from. Recently, I've been on my journey. I've been traveling in some of the East African countries. I've been to Rwanda, I've been to Tanzania, I've been to Kenya and some parts of Congo. In most of the things that inspired me to move in some of this area was to understand the health system.
Okay.
Especially the challenges that the rural people in the community face.
Yeah.
And some of the findings that I've actually seen is in Africa we have a similar problem.
Oh wow.
And that is we still have a big gap when it comes to health disparities, especially access to health, quality health. When you look at the disease burden between the children, the women and the elderly, it's still a common problem that we have across board. And that inspired me to come up with some initiative that today I'm glad to share with all the listeners who are out there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think straight away, let's go to what has brought us here. Why have you thought of this project of helping? What's the project title, first of all?
Oh, yeah. So the project title is basically increasing health access to the community.
Why increasing health access to the community?
Okay, so we came up with this project because we realized that, like I said earlier on in my movements, we realized that if you look at most of the health reports, we see that even when if you log into the government system, the health information systems, and you look at the statistics that we see, you still realize that health has a unit. Still has a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to the rural community.
That's true.
In terms of access, in terms of getting quality health, it's still a big gap. And even the disparity between the women and men is still a big gap. So we came up with this initiative because we realized that one, there is need. Because if you go down to the communities, an average person is not healthy.
That's
and
true.
We realized that. Recently, Uganda Bureau of Statistics clearly showed us during the census that Uganda is a very young nation. And when you have a young nation which is disease burden, that's a very big challenge to the nation for the future.
That's true.
So we came up with this initiative because we realized that how best do we give back to community, especially people who are less or disadvantaged to have quality access compared to people who live in urban areas. And that was our inspiration. We realized that, okay, maybe we can come up with an umbrella.
Okay.
So the umbrella we're working under right now is through the Acholi Students Association.
Acholi Students Association.
Yes, and we realized that the benefit or the opportunity we have with that is that we have a very diverse network of alumni doctors.
Okay.
We're talking about surgeons, we're talking about physicians.
Are they only students?
Yeah, some of them are when you're doing your master's course, you become what they call a housing officer, a senior housing officer.
Okay.
But literally, these are practicing doctors.
Yeah.
And then we also have those who have already completed the master's program.
Okay.
And these are guys who are working in Moroto Regional Referral, the Ngolo Regional Referral, then Chirudo.
So is it as I heard, Acholi medical students association, are they only like Acholi based, or is it only Acholi based, or like countrywide based?
The vision is to have a very inclusive body that can accommodate everyone.
Okay.
But for now, because we realized we needed to start, and when we had to start, we realized that the only body that we can start the agenda with, which is actually willing, was the Acholi Students Association.
Okay.
So we tried to take leverage of the diverse alumni connection that they have, which were actually willing to be part of this project.
Okay.
And that's how we started the idea.
All right.
Yeah.
So they're the only willing body right now.
Yeah. For now, they are the ones I can say spearheading the project. But we have, of course, will from different institutions
yes.
People who are not necessarily actually from the region.
So which areas are you going to specifically tackle? Because if you talk of Acholi, it comes to somebody's mind like you're going to only handle the Acholi people. Can you guys also handle the Langi people? Can you guys also handle the Lu people? Is it only the Acholi people?
Okay, like this has been the first project that we're conducting, but I must say to the listeners that at the same time when we were conducting one in the Acholi region, we also had a similar student community that belongs to the Lango region, also conducted the medical camp.
Okay.
That was about the same time.
Oh.
But our vision is to, because the institution is inclusive.
Okay.
And we're looking at having a diverse team that will be able to support the region. It doesn't matter where you're in Acholi, you're from Alu region, you're from Japadola, from Eastern Uganda.
Yeah.
But as long as you have the will, and then we realize that there is need to support the community.
But why was it like Acholis handling Acholis, then the Langis handling Langis?
Oh yeah, it comes with quite a number of logistics and support, financial support that is actually that is required to have such an initiative. But for now, we thought like let's start small by the region that we come from.
Okay.
And then when we get the support and many people get to appreciate the service that we're giving to the community, then probably we will have a bigger uniting body that can be able to support the region.
Okay.
The region.
Talking about starting, is it there's an ending point for every start, So when do you think it's going to end?
I don't. We really wouldn't want to see it like it's going to end, because this is an initiative that we've started. Actually, our vision is to ensure that if we could conduct at least 2 medical camps each year, where we
isn't that too little, too small? Like 2?
Yeah.
Is it depending on the funding?
Yeah, it depends on the support we get.
On the support.
Yeah, because
like right now, there's no support you guys are getting.
Yeah, so right now we didn't really get much support. What we did was more of a partnership.
Okay.
Because when the idea came up, we decided to see how do we get this on board.
Okay.
Now we have the opportunity of the alumni doctors who are willing to support. So how best do we get the logistics and the finances that is involved in this?
Okay.
So one of the approach we took was what they call multi-sectoral collaboration.
Wow.
Where we reached out to institutions that are already implementing. Like for example, we wrote a concept note to TASO. We wrote to Maristop. They provide family planning services. Then there is a partner also we worked with called Basic Needs UK. They basically handle mental health assessment and all the illnesses that is. Of course, we wrote to individual institutions like Cho Hospital.
Wow.
Was able to give us some support in terms of drugs.
Wow.
And then also we wrote to private institutions like some of the emerging pharmaceutical companies which are coming up today, and some of them were able to donate us quite a number of drugs that helped us during the camp. And then of course individual support.
Wow.
We look at some of the people who have the heart to save humanity, were able to give us support. So it was more of a collaborative approach at this point.
Wow.
Because we didn't have the finances.
Okay.
But our vision is we if we get the support, then it will get us better.
How easy is it to get support from this? Is it companies, then the health institutions you have been mentioned? does it require a lot of paperwork, or when you guys go, they already know you guys are the medical students, then they just give you guys the support straight up?
Well, I must say, getting support today, in the world of today, of course, definitely requires paperwork.
Okay.
Because these are legal institutions you're dealing with.
Yeah.
These are formal institutions that you're dealing with. So you must present to them an authentic formal document that shows the vision, the objectives of what you intend to do. So yeah, we had to draft a concept note, and this is one of the ways they will get interested in what you're doing. And as long as it goes in line with what their mandate, what they are implementing, so they can be able to support you. So I must say it's not really easy, because you have to get the paperwork in order. You must convince them to see that what you want to do is in line with what they do. Because some of them still have the liberty actually to withdraw from supporting, because they feel like, no, what you want to do is not in line with our objective, so we can't come in. Okay, so you have to be very specific in terms of the institutions that you end up to. You need to know their vision, what are the mandate, what are they implementing, so that they match with what you intend to do. And that's the only way you can actually get them on board. Yeah.
Now, talking about volunteering, like at times I volunteer, then I think about I need to get also some money. From the support itself, like when you get support, do you guys maybe hide some percentage of cash that has been given to you guys? Do you guys hide some support? Because you guys need to eat when you're in the field. When you're in the field, you need to feed yourselves. You're doctors, you also know about the eating, like somebody's health habit, your stomach has to be full. How do you handle that? Is it from the support money, or is from your pocket money?
Yeah, so that's a very good question actually, because at the end of it, people expect you a full accountability of what you did, because it has the ability actually to hinder someone from supporting you next time. So
that's true.
As part of the concept note, it has a detailed budget. The budget clearly tells us how much fund do we need maybe for facilitation, how much fund are we going to maybe utilize for feeding. Okay. So we realize that we don't really gain from it, because it's a charitable project that we're trying to give back to community. But like you said, for you to be healthy, of course, you have to eat. So we the individuals who are also able to give us some of the small funding, some of them eventually it ended up in feeding the doctors, the volunteers who are present on the facility, and some of them, because we realize we go to a very hard, we are focusing on rural health, so it means we go far away in the deeper facility, where even maybe getting a lodge is a problem. So, and you realize that we have a team that we move with, so definitely some of them might go into accommodation, but it's not really the best quality of accommodation that we. So I don't think there should be any worry in terms of how we're going to manage the funds, because we clearly give it back, and then we look for the cheapest means possible. Actually, to some extent, we end up sleeping. For example, this time the camp that we just concluded last week in Agago, we were able to sleep at the premises. Like, we talked to the staff who are working there, and then some of them were welcoming. They gave us rooms to sleep, and then also the district was able to offer us like the district hall, something like that.
So you guys are sleeping in the hall?
Yeah, we would.
Old doctor, man.
You look for you look for maybe a mattress, and then maybe you look for maybe a counselor who has a good heart, can say, maybe I can accommodate 5 people.
Man,
at my home.
Looking at doctors, man. Doctor's life, man. You can't sleep in a hut.
Exactly. Man. So
yeah,
because we realize that at the end of it, the vision is to help the community. So if we are getting much of the money maybe to sleep in good houses, then it wouldn't really fit the mandate why we are going there to reach out to them.
That's true.
So of course, at the end of it, we still have a comprehensive report we make, and the report clearly shows how much we received and how we used it, and we make it a mandate to share back with the funders, the people that supported us and then they also have the freedom to critique the report and then maybe give us feedback. Yeah.
Talking about numbers, how many medical practitioners did you guys go to the first camp? Then how successful was the first camp?
Yeah, the first camp was actually a success. Like I said, it was in Agago. That is at Acholi Health Center 3.
Acholi Health
That is
Center.
If you go up in Agago district.
Agago, which side is that? Acholi.
Acholi is nearby the district council.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a nearby facility there.
Okay.
So the camp actually registered success because we were able to see about 1,000 people.
Wow, 1,000 people
in 3 days.
Wow, 3 days.
Yes,
1,000. That means a lot of people need
a lot of people came, and it was
help,
so hard heartbreaking that even on the last day, it's coming to 6, but people are still there.
What?
And then we have to tell them that we have to leave.
Wow.
Because the logistics that we came with, we ran out of.
Oh,
And we cannot leave the district in a turmoil by
Yeah.
taking all that they have. So that clearly showed the need.
Yes.
So it was really a success, and then we were able to diagnose a lot of cases.
Wow.
Like, for example, let me tell you something. We've seen the elderly people. We've seen women who come up and they have been freshly diagnosed with hypertension.
Wow.
Do you know what that means? That if someone has spent, let's say, 1 year or 2 years with pressure, the next thing what happens if it's untreated, it goes into complications.
Wow.
And most times by the time people come to our health centers to seek help, they're already in stage 2 of hypertension.
Wow.
And it's leading to complication. And that's why most people don't come back. The moment they start getting sick, we say they're sick, but actually they got sick earlier.
Yeah.
But by the time they reach out to us, 70% of them progress.
Wow.
And that's a big problem.
Huge. It's huge. Yeah.
And leave alone that, we also identified a number of surgical cases. Talking about fistulas. These fistulas are common challenges that women go through.
Wow.
It's related to giving birth. And then we also got cases of hernia. We realized that a mother has stayed with hernia for over 2 years
without being
attended to, because she sees, if they can tell you maybe the cost of operating an hernia at regional referral might cost you maybe let's say 2 million.
Wow.
And then they look at they look at coming from far east Agago, let's say in Rapono near Karamoja.
Yes.
Coming to the regional referral, how much is going to be involved in transport? Maybe I need an assistant, I need accommodation, I need to feed.
Wow.
That alone will even surpass the cost of the procedure.
Sure.
So what choice are they left with?
Just stay at home.
Just stay home, because they can't afford it. But when we are saying no, let's have a team of special doctors, surgeons who can come to you and relieve you of the pain.
Yeah.
Because the mother who is suffering from that pain, meaning she can't dig, she can't be productive,
She cannot.
and then the family goes into the cycle of poverty.
True.
But we are saying no, this is the time we need to say no to such challenges. We have
That's
people,
true.
we can actually relieve them of that pain.
Wow.
We can put a smile back into their eyes.
Beautiful.
And not forgetting the cost. We want to reduce it to almost minimal.
Sure.
So that's the vision that we hold.
Wow.
Yes. So it was a successful camp, but it also showed us a lot of gaps. I'm going to share with you the report. But like I said, 70% of the people we newly diagnosed didn't know they had pressure.
Wow.
And that's a big problem.
Very big. Man.
Exactly.
So how often are you going to go? You told me twice a year. Do you plan to go like before the year ends, or you still writing the proposals and stuff like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, the vision is to hold at least 2 camps in a year. So the first camp has ended in July.
Yeah.
So right now we're into report writing, and then we also want to use part of that report to show the gap to the different stakeholders that tomorrow might have interest. And then we intend to have maybe another camp in December.
Okay.
Like we said, we're going to be moving in the Acholi region.
Yeah.
Last time we were in Agago, we might pick Lamor or Amoro or Parabon.
Yes.
And then we have the next camp.
Yes, you did not tell me the number. How many people are involved in this?
Oh yeah. So we had a number of we had like 3 surgeons. These are already professional surgeons that are actually working. Some came from.
And are there laboratories in such hard-to-reach areas, or you create like a tent or something for?
No, that's one of the biggest challenge we got, because you realize that, for example, you look at a client, you really see that this person has a problem with the liver, but then there are other tests that you need to conduct before you can confirm. And then let's talk about liver functional test and all that. But then you realize that some of the sites that we went to, like Local Center 3, cannot do that. They don't even have what it takes.
Sure.
So the lab was a bit ill-equipped. Now this has been one of the problems that we have. But then we are looking at in the next camp, if we can be able to lobby for a mobile lab.
Mobile lab.
A mobile lab.
Yes.
So that if we have brought you a surgeon, we have brought you a doctor, it doesn't leave the client because we have not done a simple test that the facility is unable to do.
True.
But we are able to run it at site.
Yes.
And then we make the doctor actually be the impact felt.
Sure.
So one of the problems we got was that we didn't have good lab, and then we didn't have even Some of them would require, let's say, imaging like ultrasound.
Yes.
But today we have portable ultrasounds.
Ultrasound.
So this is some of the challenges that we have actually put it very clear in our report, and we hope the next funder that is looking at our report will look at that as a gap, and then we'll have the will to support that, so that the next camp that we go to, we don't have to leave people because we don't have the lab. We want to have a comprehensive camp.
Sure.
Yeah. So we had in total we had 20 people.
20 people.
Yeah.
Those are willing people.
Yes, willing.
Willing.
The surgeons I'm telling you are people who drove their car.
Wow.
Let's say from Kampala,
wow.
from Barara.
Wow.
From Moroto to come and be with us.
Okay.
We didn't have any money.
Acholi,
yes.
Okay.
We didn't even have a single coin to give them back.
Wow.
But they put in their own fuel. They came. Some came from Kitgum Regional General Hospital.
Wow.
Just to come and give back to community.
Wow.
You understand? Wow. So we had about 20 people. So we had the specialized surgeons, the doctors, the physicians, and also some continuing students. Because we also, at the same time, we want to expose our young students who are still at school.
Sure.
In some of these camps, we provide them hands-on opportunity so that they can learn more and be better doctors out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you look at, like, in the future as the group growing up, or is going to stick on the 20?
No. Like we said, we intend to have a big inclusive team.
Sure.
So I expect the number to actually grow more than that, even in the next camp that we are going to conduct. Because quite a number of people have actually showed interest looking at the first successful camp that we held.
Wow.
So we're getting a lot of feedback, and a lot of people are promising to be part
so
of it.
So like some people just do not go specifically because they want to first see the success of the story.
I could sell that because, you know, in Africa we are full of try and error.
Yeah.
People want to see something happening.
Yeah.
But of course, some of them had genuine reasons. Probably maybe they didn't like. Actually, we didn't get financing, so they couldn't afford, because we had to put in our own transport money.
Wow.
So some of them.
So this past camp was specifically like funded by you guys, your pocket monies.
It was purely pocket money, and with the help of the alumni team.
Yeah. Like no company came in.
The companies that came in. They came in form of partnership. So they brought in their services in kind.
Oh, okay.
So none of them was actually able to give us cash.
Okay.
Apart from, we also got support from the Acholi Kekwaro.
Acholi Kekwaro.
Yes. I remember before the camp, a Saturday before, we did a fundraising.
Okay.
At the chiefdom.
Oh,
at the palace.
Wow.
So Ruatachana was able to support us. We did a fundraising. We realized an amount of money, which was able to support us in feeding.
Wow.
And then also, when the camp was ending, we realized that we still had a great challenge of transport, even to take back the volunteer students and then some of the intern doctors who are there with them. So again, still, Ruat was able to provide us.
That's Ruatachana.
Yes, was able to give us some transport refund that helped to move the students back to their districts.
Amazing.
So because 80% of the team that went there were people who didn't come from Agago.
Okay.
So they needed to go back to their.
Wow.
Yeah, so this kind of support is what we appreciate, and we were calling upon. We hope in the next camp people would really take interest and support the region, because the need is there.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So which kind of people are you looking for, like, to give you support? Is it are you looking at USAID? You're looking at, or the other, any individual who is willing to support the group is welcome?
Yeah, I must say, for now, we're welcoming anyone who has the heart.
For now.
How
about when you're now established?
Yeah, of course, when we're established, there are formal forums where we can look out for help.
Okay.
We can maybe work on grants.
Okay.
We've seen institutions like CDC, USAID.
So for now, anybody is welcome.
Yeah, for now, anyone, you're in diaspora, but you feel like this is a very great move for your community where you come from, you're welcome to support the initiative.
Isn't there any, how do you call it, in the country, there is a procedure, assuming like I have a mobile truck, a mobile ambulance, is there a procedure like somebody, how I can send it to the country? Or?
Oh yeah, I think there is always, because now we have our governing body, that is the Uganda Medical and Dentistry Practicing Council, that even before you conduct some of these camps and outreaches, you must register with them.
Okay.
Because they need to understand that this is going on in the country.
Okay.
Because they have the mandate to monitor what is happening. So I believe in case someone wants to send that kind of help, there's still a formal forum where we can follow.
Okay.
We'll be pleased to guide.
Yeah.
To see how they can direct. Their support to the project.
Yeah, recently I've been like following up some of the Acholi doctors in the diaspora. We have really big practitioners outside there who can, I think, find interest in what you young students have started up. So, what's your last word to the viewers?
Yeah, my last word is what we need to understand is that our health is our pride. Without health, we cannot. Even a country to be productive, when they're looking at the GDP of the country, it doesn't come from the blue. It must be that the citizens are actually being productive and are doing what it takes to make the country thrive. So my last word to the viewers is that health is our priority. And we have seen the need. The camp that we've just started today, it's not something that we're going to end today. We have the vision to continue always having them. And it's going to be only a good cause that if you feel like you have the heart to support the initiative that we started today, you should feel free to be part of this initiative. Please get involved.
Is there a specific platform they can reach you guys, or you can give your your number or something?
Yeah, for now we can share our numbers.
Okay.
But also we have the Facebook page.
Okay. Wow.
For the Acholi Students Association.
Oh, okay.
Where you can reach out to.
Okay.
But you can also reach out to me because I've been part of the.
But then you not tell us your title in in all of this.
Oh, my title.
Yeah, like you're the chairperson. You know.
Oh yes. So in the concluded camp, I've been the coordinator.
The coordinator.
Coordinator partners.
Okay.
So my role was to ensure that I bring in a number of corporate institutions, individual funders, to support the initiative.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was the role that I've been playing. So I've been like moving here and there, reaching out to different stakeholders to see to get them involved.
Wow.
So I've been the coordinator partners, and this is still a title that I hold in this project.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's always a good call to come back home, and I've always wondered what next after becoming a medical practitioner. And I realized that some people define success in different aspects. They find success in terms of money, the wealth they've accumulated. But to some people, success is actually creating an impact.
True.
So I believe that many people out there would want to create impact. I must tell you this, you could do so by supporting some of this project that we have started today. Because this is the only way some of us can be felt by the community that we come from. The communities that we come from, some of us have lost touch with them. But this is the only way we can come back and put a smile back on a mother, put a smile back on a father, grandpa, who is 70 years old. You may never eat any of your money, but if you bring him help back, you restore his pain, you take off the pain that has been bothering him for a year or two, you will put a smile on him. So my last word is, let's come together and support the cause. This is for us, and our health is our priority.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Specific amount to someone can contribute. Is there any specific amount?
How? I must say it's open.
It's open.
It depends.
So even if I have my 1,000 shillings, I can come in. Where can I take it? Where can it be taken?
Oh, like I said, we have an account.
Okay.
I couldn't get it on my head, but I think I'll share with you.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen.
Yes, we have an account that belongs to the association. So you can all make all the transactions. It's actually in the names of the Acholi Students Association.
Beautiful.
So the account is there. You can always have your donation. You can have your support directed to it.
Beautiful time, Clifton.
Right.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a beautiful time with Clifton. And yes, as you said, let's try to create an impact to the community. A lot of people need our help and they cannot access this. So ladies and gentlemen, let's support this project. Let's join hands. Together we can. It's Oscar Otim from Signature TV Films. Till next time, bye-bye.